It's Sunday. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.
Today, looking for another way
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers' Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 510 in a row of the Mark Pyers' Real Talk show. And we're going to get into it like we do every single day. So what are you guys up to? I know it's late. It's 11 o'clock. Why aren't you on earlier, Mark? Well, because today I was crazy busy. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm actually going to be laying down an epoxy on my floor tomorrow. Sounds exciting, Mark. Well, what are you doing, quarantine? Well, I'm like doing this and that and getting it all ready and blowing it out. Now it's all ready. For tomorrow, I'm going to be just laying out some epoxy. How about that? Which is kind of exciting, actually. I know that sounds like it's not very exciting, but for me, it is to have like an epoxied garage. Since I moved in, we didn't get around to doing it. You have kids are everywhere. But now we're in quarantine. It's just like knocking off little projects, right? Who else is doing this? Who else is out there knocking off projects? Because there's something to live for always, my people. That's all I gotta say. I think we gotta connect. Who's on? Let's hear from you. If you're over here on any other platform but YouTube, head over to YouTube. If you're up for it, subscribe, ding the bell, let's connect, let's make some magic happen. That's kind of what we're talking about here. Every day, forever. I want people to find some magic. Make some magic happen. And I got a bit for you. We're going to get into it. It's Joe Biden tonight, not Donald Trump. So I say we actually, let's see if I can actually get to my channel here on YouTube's. On the YouTubes. I was winning, and now I'm not. Very upset. Very upset right now. Let's watch the show on YouTube as well. I'm just going to be here in case anybody wants to log on and say hello. We're good to go. Everybody's up and running. We're up and running. Here comes our bit from Joe Biden today. Let's see what it is.
Look, I didn't mean what I said. In fact, I don't even remember what I said. I just said that black people should be voting Biden. Should be riding with Biden. They shouldn't be voting Trump. But I thought it was fine. Look, I grew up in an era where you could tell someone that they're not as smart because they don't have white skin. Well, poor people are just as smart as white people. Look, I'm smoking Joe Biden. Joe, it's Donald J. Trump. I'm gonna win big league, Joe. Did Donald Trump just talk to me on this interview? Or am I seeing things again? I don't know. Sometimes things get a little fuzzy. Like my comments. I don't know what I said. Look, I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Look, I'm smoking Joe Biden. You vote for me, I got a win for you. We're gonna take this country back. I'm gonna take it, fall asleep on the way.
Sammy over there on Twitch, you are so dead on, my friend. Sammy just said, how come nobody's talking about the 2019 military games in Wuhan, which was in October? Now, Sammy, can you fill me in? Is that also when they shut down Wuhan the first time and didn't tell anybody in the world? Didn't even tell the WHO? Obviously didn't tell Donald J. Trump. They didn't tell me what was going on at all. We had to look back through satellite imagery. And I had my very much good first right-hand man, actually. His name is Mike Pence. You may know him. I call him Pensy. I said, Pensy, can you take a look at the satellite footage? Let me know what's going on in Wuhan. By the way, Sammy, it's not Wuhan, it's the Wuhan, okay? Everybody says, why are you so racist, Donald? You call it the Chinese. It's from China. I call it the Chinese flu because it's from China. It's not from Singapore. I would call it the Singaflu if it was from Singapore. But it's from Wuhan. So when people ask and they want to know where the flu came from, I say Wuhan, okay? And somebody very funny online said, oh, I guess we'll just call it tick disease instead of Lyme disease. Because it came from Lyme, Connecticut. But they call it Lyme disease. But I don't know, maybe we'll just call it the tick disease because we don't want to be racist towards Lyme, Connecticut. Big league. It's where it's from, okay? But I even made it shorter. It's Fluhan, okay? But yeah, Sammy is right. Sammy, what is the story with that? Guys, if they shut down Fluhan in October for a week or whatever it is, Sammy, how long did they shut it down for? I think it was a week. And they didn't tell anybody in the world. Obviously, Batwoman, whatever they call her, Bat Lady, Catwoman, what do they call her? You guys know what I'm talking about. This is the lady who in February said, I think this came from our lab. Yeah, we know it did. You guys just keep doing this misinformation. Look this way, look that way, but we know. We know what you did over there in Fluhan. We're on to you. We're on to President Gihol. That's right. He thinks he could do what he wants. I'm a Gihol. I'm going to take this path. I'm going to just drop a pandemic on the world. No, you're not going to. Melania has something she has a treat for you next time we go to China. I'm going to drop it off on your front step, okay? It's in a brown bag, President Xi. And it will be on fire. That's right. You come to the door and you'll see a brown bag on fire. That's it. I'm just telling you that much, Xi, okay? Here's another little tip. It comes out of your G-hole. That's right. That's what will be inside the bag, G. Okay? You should have told us instead of being such a G-hole. But now we've got to handle you. Now we've got to do sanctions and all kinds of things. But I want to bring manufacturing back. I got to ask you guys something. With all this craziness that's going on in the world and realizing that we are completely, we are at the will of China. We're at the will of China. What the heck is that all about? I don't want to be at the will of China. I don't want to be at the will of anybody. This is the United States of America. We should be standing on our own. We should have our own manufacturing. Bring it back. Didn't this guy bring the taxes down to 20%? What are you still doing over there in China? Over there in Singapore? Get your heinies back here and start manufacturing in the US of A. Like the BeatSeat. We manufacture in the USA. Everything should be done right here in the USA. There should be value to companies that are building and manufacturing right here in America. And you know what? There should be tax incentives. There should be all kinds of just goodies for anybody who says, you know what? Yeah, I want to do it here. It may cost me a little more, but it's about us, guys. It's not about China. It's not about anywhere else in the world. They are taking advantage of us for years and years. Meredith, how are you? Michael, how are you? But everyone's taking advantage of the USA. And it's about time someone starts slapping them back. And what happens the first time that occurs? A freaking pandemic. Now, I know the conspiracy theories are everywhere. It was Bill Gates. It was Fauci. Fauci has the patent for it. It was Gihol. It actually was Gihol. That was it. It was Gihol. He did not like that this president for the first time has said, no, I'm sorry. You want to do what? No, that may have happened under Obama, President Gihol, but my name is Donald J. Trump. Have you ever read The Art of the Deal? No? Okay. Go to your local library. It's listed under Greatest of All Time. That's where it will be. Don't look under T. Just look under Greatest of All Time. And there should be a picture of Trump as well that says Art of the Deal under it. Kathy, how are you? Let's see what Sandy says. But how can we do that when we already are at the robot stage of things? Yeah, you're so right, my friend. I'm really worried about all this. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Sammy and I are on the same page, okay? And Sammy, this is what you're going to appreciate. I went live for 400 days in a row, did not watch politics, did not talk politics. I shut it all down. I call the TV the negatube, okay? I shut the negatube off, and I decided to bring my own light to the world. I shut it all down because I can't stand the way it makes me feel. I don't know about you guys, why you keep going back to it. because everything there is negative. It makes me feel so rotten, and I don't even want to do anything. I'm just sitting there. I'm stigmatized by the experience of sitting there watching all of the horror in this world, the hatred in this world, and just honestly, the news, I know you guys know this, the reason they don't report any good stuff on the news is because I guess people want to hear all the horror. They want to hear about someone who got run over by a bus. But I want to create a channel where it's just about the positivity and something great that happened today. And a 108-year-old beat coronavirus. Whatever, there should be so much positivity just being beamed at us, and it's not. And this is why I came out here and started this thing. And now 510 days later, I'm sitting here with you at 10:30 at night as per usual, and we're getting into it. And Denise is on over at YouTube. Guys, head over to YouTube. Join Denise. We're about to play some music on this thing. That's right, the BeatSeat. I'm wearing white socks tonight. I did it.
Look, I didn't mean what I said.
I think
In fact,
you did.
I don't even...
I think you did. The reason why I know he meant what he said is, do you hear what he said right before he said what he said? If you got questions about Trump, well, then you ain't black. He threw ain't in there. When I say what's the definition for the word pandering? Can somebody just shoot that up on the screen for me? Because I see pandering senile jerk on the screen. What is he even doing? And you know what? He had that just in the can. He couldn't wait to say that. He couldn't wait to say that. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to be in trouble here. I got to get going right now. Jill's telling me I got to eat my Wheaties. And I got to take my vitamin C for Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, one more thing. Just wanted to let you know. If you got any more questions about me at all, and you ain't black. What? What did you just say? Is this 1963? And you think you could just say whatever and it's okay? It's not. It's not okay. You just can't go out there and just... Do you guys realize they would be in the streets with pitchforks right now if Trump said that? They would be out there like, impeach him! Impeach him! Did you hear what he said? But everybody's like, nah, whatever. It's fine. It's Joe. He's such a good guy. Oh, 9 people say that he raped or he did something very inappropriate, fondled, whatever it was. Nope, we don't believe those women. Those 9 were crazy because they're talking about our savior. Our savior, Joe. Joe was probably a better choice 4 years ago, okay? 4 months from now? Who am I? What am I? Where am I? What is going on? He's going to start yelling at people. What are you doing in here? I'm trying to read my... Sir, we're here to serve you. You're in the Oval Office? What office? Guys, I'm nervous about a man waking up and not realizing that he is the president. You know, he's already starting to say stuff like, I'm Jill's husband. So, besides that, look, there's no good choices, right? As far as everybody says. But the one thing I would say is I stopped watching for politics for 400 days. Music requests, my man. What do you got? He already yells at people. Sammy nailed it. Sammy goes, he already yells at people. You're right. All he does is yell. I'm sleepy Joe Biden. Look, I'm going to take out Donald. The only guy who can beat Donald Trump. Vice President Biden? Yeah, what? I think he's taking a lot of he's probably taking a lot of radio calls, and all of a sudden you hear I'm sorry, that was my dog in the background. Young Pirelli. All right, I'm going to have to check that one out, my friend. If you could do me a favor, and I need you to email me that directly. You can send that to Mark at markpyersrealtalk.com. And I'll work on it. What's the name of the song? Young Pirelli is the name of it? No, I know you see it. I know you see it. Okay, I'm going to write you a song right now called I Know You See It. That's how we do it, Sammy. If I don't know the song you want to hear, then it's on me to write you a song. So here we go. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not feeling that yet, but you know what time it is. Bulldag's on. That's right. Bulldag. We have a request for a song I don't know. Never heard. So we have to write a song. Bulldog is like a trained musician, so... So we gotta write a song called I Know You See It. Here we go. I Know You See It. Let me give a capo on here. I know we don't use that enough, do we? Background I see people hiding their feelings from an angry world. I know you see it, 'cause I do. And when everyone starts whispering, I hear it so loud, overwhelming me. Overwhelming, it's overwhelming me. I know you see it, 'cause I'm not the only one that's talking about it. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I wonder why. Where we're being two sides don't know how to come together, so they keep fighting. I know you see it, I know you see it, I know you see it. I see you coming home, coming out to play. Do you wonder if we're going to make it? I don't know, but I'm going to keep on showing up and bringing you light. I know you see. Sammy, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. See, Bulldog is hooking in the lyrics. Look at that. No sugar tonight in my coffee. I'll tell you what, Dag, I got a little bit here. Nicole, how are you? I'm going to head over to the tube. If you guys aren't on the tube yet, you're missing out because Dag's over there, Denise is over there. Who else? Guys, we're kicking it. It's day 510 in a row. and I'm going to play some music for you, some real music, some songs that actually exist. And we've been doing this to start off the show in the last couple days, and I think we should do it because it's just a cool tune. And I'm hoping that one of these days I'll get it right and it'll be like somewhat okay. It's been rotten every single time, but we're going to try it anyway because it's still a cool song. It's my man Lionel.
Well, my friend, time is gone. Raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Oh, come on and sing along. All night long, all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night long, all night long. People are dancing all in the streets. See the rhythm all in the beat. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on, play on, play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We're going to party, lightning, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song all night long, all night long, all night long, all night long, all night long. Don't believe that said, you know. I don't know this part. Hey, Jamba Jambo, with the party coming on. Jambala, beat it, Tameruna. Jamba Jambo. All night long, all night long, all night long, all night long. Everyone you meet, jamming in the street, all night long. Yeah, I said, everyone you meet, they're jamming in the street all night long. Moonlight forever. Yeah, let's sing my song all night long, all night long. Yeah, yeah, all night long. Yeah, all night long.
Let's rock out all night long, people. What do you say? Bulldag's got me laughing. So, Sammy, I got some more for you, okay? I've been playing a lot of old school stuff that just, because we did the 80s the other day, and I'm like, oh, I never played this, never played that, never played this. So we found a bunch of cool tunes. I'm going to play a bunch of them for you right now. I've been doing them each night. This one's, I don't know why I've been digging on this, but I never played Nirvana. And we played the 90s too, and this came up. And I'm like, yeah, I could do this one, I think. It's called All Apologies.
What else should I say? Everyone is gay. What else could I write? I don't have the right. What else should I be? All apologies. In the song, I'm feeling warm in the smoke. In the song, in the song, in the song. Mary, I wish I was like you. Soul. Everything's my fault. I'll take all the blame. Aqua phone shame. Sunburst with brown. Choking on the ashes of a runaway. In the sun. In the sun, the village wander. In the sun, in the sun, I said Mary, 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 married, yeah, 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 yeah. All in all, that's all we are. 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 All in all, that's all.
My man Todd just shared it with his world. I love it, brother. Thank you so much. Soundgarden, Ricky Nelson. Oh, I gotta learn those. See, when I got my man Todd on, he's throwing me some more suggestions. I like suggestions, guys. Let's see if anybody's on over on Fache. I think Todd's on over there. Anybody else who wants to head on and share and spread some love? We are here to play some music. I think my brother Dave may be on too, and if he is, I love you, my friend. I'm going to play you guys another tune that I'm really into right now. This is called All of Me. Now, Clapton did this and won a Grammy for this. I don't know how he played it, but I'm going to play it my way. I did it my way. I'm going to do some Sinatra for you guys as well, because as you can tell, I'm doing everything his impression. That was freaking Kurt Cobain right there. So this would be me doing All of Me, because I don't know who sang this originally, but I'm going to do it my own way. I think it had a little Louis Armstrong, but I can't do Louis because that would mess up my voice forever if I try to do Louis. But let me do All of Me my way.
Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I'll never use them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye, they left me with all is that cry. How can I go on without you? Took that part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on without you? You took my part that once was my heart. Oh, so why not say all of me? Oh, your goodbyes, they left me with eyes that cried. How can I go on without you? You took the part, oh, that once was my part, and my heart said, so why not take hold of me? Why not take hold of me? One more time. And why not take hold of me? Oh, I like the tune though. It's a fun tune. Collective Soul, Shine, Shine, Shine. David Lee Roth, I like you. Mountains Denise, mountains crumble to the sea. That would be still you and me. That's that song, Mountains Crumble to the Sea. That's a song. What's the name of that song? If you're on. Peter, how are you, my friend? Peter, what's happening? We're playing the BeatSeat, Peter. If you have not seen the BeatSeat yet, it's the drum you play with your hands and feet, but it's also the first drum for guitar players, which is what I'm showing you guys tonight. Here we go. Play you another tune. Let's see if you guys know this one. Wish You Were Here? Pff, how about Why Not? So you think you could tell heaven from hell, blue sky from pain? You tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil. Whoa, do you think you could tell? They get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, holidays for trees, holiday for cool breeze, cool comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk on part of the war for a lead role in the swimming in a fishbowl year after year, running over the same old groves, worn out without the same old fears. I wish you were here.
Song in my head now, guys. I'm playing that earlier for you. Now this one's the other one that I'm like so in love with. I wish this is like a song. If they didn't write this song, at some point I would have come across this one, and you would have heard it anyway. Not by me, but somebody would have come across it. It's such a great song. Here we go.
Somewhere where to begin. If you got a moment, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
Simon and Garfunkel, I like that. Ooh, sounds of silence, I like that. Let's see what we got here. Blind Melon, by Menon. My man Alan's on. He gave me the old by Menon. That's my bit. I've been doing it since '84. Whenever I'd see do any product, I'd just be like, by Menon. I remember in college, I was, one night, I took an Entenmann's box. And I just kept coming back in the room, doing different commercials, as different celebrity impressions on Entenmann's, on the raspberry swirl cake. You know, the one that has the raspberry jelly in it, and it's got the good crumble. Guys, Entenmann's, I love it. And I come out as scarf. Oh, it's Al Pacino. Look, when I'm at home, I have my coffee and an Entenmann's. Why not? Donald Trump. I dunk my Entenmann's in my coffee, but I don't eat it. I have Melania eat it because I want to see her eat real food. That's really what I'll do, is I'll just get an Entenmann's box. Melania, come here, I've got a surprise for you. Oh, Donald. Look, it's food. What? Food. You put it in your mouth and you swallow it and it tastes good, yes? I've been eating it a lot. As you can tell, I'm winning Big League, and I like cheeseburgers Big League as well. But, Todd, you missed, this is Sneaky Sleepy Joe Biden for today. Check this out. This was just earlier. This happened. This happened yesterday, guys, so we just have to, look, we got to get into it. Here we go. Where is it, Sleepy Joe? Where are you, Sleepy Joe?
Look, I'm here to tell you what we...
That's not it. This is it.
Look, I didn't mean what I said. In fact, I don't even remember what I said. I just said that black people should be voting Biden, should be riding with Biden. They shouldn't be voting Trump. But I thought it was fine. Look, I grew up in an era where you could tell someone that they're not as smart because they don't have white skin. Well, poor people are just as smart as white people. Look, I'm smoking Joe Biden. Joe, it's Donald J. Trump. I'm gonna win Big League, Joe. Did Donald Trump just talk to me on this interview? Or am I seeing things again? I don't know. Sometimes things get a little fuzzy. Like my comments. I don't know what I said. Look, I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Look, I'm smoking Joe Biden. You vote for me, I got a win for you. We're gonna take this country back. Take it, fall asleep on the way.
He's going to fall asleep on the way, guys. Did you see that? It's craziness. What about this right here? This is another one. This is Trumper.
Look, I'm here to tell you what we're doing right, not what we're doing wrong. I think actually I've done so much right, and you guys just get me wrong, is what it is. You just don't get it. And you know, yeah, I've talked about hydroxychloroquine and how wonderful it is in France and in Italy. They've had some great results. But here, it's probably because it costs 50 cents on the dollar. And they don't like that because the vaccine will likely cost each human being a couple $100 for a shot. I guess you don't make any money on the hydroxychloroquine. Well, it's been around for 70 years. They have it stockpiled. But people don't like that. Do you have a question you wanted to ask? Maybe I could try to answer it for you.
Yes, well, what are your thoughts on Nancy Pelosi and her actions to try to take you down?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't like Nancy Pelosi. No. I call her poison. That's right, she's like poison into a bottle that you drink, and it makes you feel like you're going to die.
That's my favorite. One of my favorites right there. Peloison. We call her Peloison. All right, I want to share some of the little nicknames that I've created here on Real Talk for Donald that he still hasn't used. Okay, first of all, Peloison. It's Pelosi. She's poison. Poison. That's also thanks to Brady. Brady hasn't been on in a few days, but Brady was the one who came up with that. I did Pelosi poison. I did a video on that one, and I'm like, it's Pelosi. She's poison. Everything she touches is poison. It's Pelosi poison. And when I did the bit, Brady goes, you mean Peloison? And I'm like, blew my mind. Peloison. That's right. So now when I do any bits with Pelosi, it's like, it's Peloison. Look, I put it in a bottle. If I drink it, I feel like I'm going to die. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens with Nancy Pelosi as well. I hear her speak, and I feel like grabbing a razor blade. I'm just saying that she's Peloison. So that's number one, Peloison. Number two is Sleazy Joe Biden. Now, everybody has Sleepy Joe. Everybody has, I also call him Racist Joe, but I mean, that's kind of like a shot in the dark. You know, everybody knows he's racist. But here's the other one, okay? This is probably one of my favorite twos coming up right now. Number one, President G-Hole. That's right. President G, I'm going to get him on the phone. I'm going to tell him first on the phone. And then when I see him in person, I can't wait. Oh, how are you, President G-Hole? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say to me? I called you a G-Hole. That's right, 'cause you are a G-hole. You shut down Fluhan in October. That's number 4 is Fluhan. So I came up with Fluhan, President G-hole, Peloison, and Sleazy Joe. But that's like Sleazy Joe's a normal one. I mean, everybody would come up with Sleazy Joe. I gotta come up with a better one that I love. Todd just said vote Joe Biden 30-30. Oh my goodness. You know, look, I said this the other day. I haven't dropped this yet. I did about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, like 3 days ago on YouTube. Basically, it was by the end of the day, it was just my people on YouTube with me. And I just went nuts on this country, on the fact that there are people with their heads so far up their butts. They're like, oh, I'm going to vote for this guy when he doesn't even know who he is. He looks in the mirror. He goes, who's that? He looks in the mirror and says, who's that? I guarantee you there's been a handful of days in the last month where he's woken up in the morning and he turns to the woman that he loves and says, who are you? Who am I? It's real, guys. That doesn't get better. I keep telling people like, oh, no, he's fine. He's fine. Dude, it doesn't get better. That doesn't get better. That's a thing that just progressively gets worse day to day. And I wish it wasn't the case. I wish there was a way we could figure out how to stop Alzheimer's, to slow down the progression of dementia. But the bottom line is it comes on so quickly and then it just gets worse so quickly. And the problem is this guy is showing the signs so badly and everyone's just like, let's vote for him. Yeah, I hate Trump so much that I'm going to vote for that guy. And I'm like, really? That's what you want to do with your vote? You want to throw your vote into that guy? First of all, I'm still trying to understand a few things, okay? What business are you in? Tell me what business you're in, and then tell me how you did from 2008 to 2016, first of all. Secondly, from 2012 to 2016, that would be considered a good section of that economy, right? Where the first floor was dead. It was a complete crap show because of the crash. But the second floor, they propped up the economy, and all of a sudden everybody had a pretty decent last 4 years, right? Before this guy comes in, before Trump comes in. So if everybody's doing so well, how are you doing until coronavirus? How are you doing? Were you paying more in taxes or less in taxes? Were you able to take more home after you finished your job, or were you giving more to the government? I can answer the question for you. Whatever tax bracket you're in, you were paying less. All of you. Go with. How are you, my friend? And Isma. They all were doing the same thing, okay? We're all paying less. So when I hear these people cry that, oh, the billionaires have made X amounts since the shutdown. What are we supposed to do with that? They were going to make that money anyway. They own businesses that happen to be positioned strategically to take advantage of a pandemic. They have businesses that are doing well while we're sitting home in quarantine. How are we supposed to fault people for that? Oh, let's blame the president because the billionaires made more billions since the coronavirus shut down. That must be the president's fault. It also must be the president's fault that he reduced the tax rate to 20% and then that businesses didn't come back. Some decided not to come back. That's also his fault, right? So he's supposed to get the tax rates down to be appealing to a company, but then also supposed to twist their arms and say, you better come back or else. It's not how it works, people. But that's the way they tell you it should work when you watch these stupid videos that these people are making. How did he didn't? What kind of? He said that he'd do this and he didn't even do it. Look, they're still making masks in China. Well, if the freaking companies decide to keep making masks in China, what the hell are we supposed to do with that? He brought the tax rate down to be appealing to them. They're still not coming. More incentives. You got to throw more stuff to people. Like I said, right now, I build the BeatSeat. Each one I build by myself, right here in the back in the BeatSeat studio, BeatSeat shop. I'm hand building them in the USA because we want to do it here. We want to continue to have something that's made here in America, you know, and I could have it done in China. I could have the BeatSeat done in China. Do you know how cheap I can get the BeatSeat done in China? Do you know how much money I'd probably be able to make if I could sell them for $100 here? If I could sell them for $199 here or whatever, because I made them in China for $40 or whatever it is? I'm not doing that. I'll make very little when I sell them. I don't care about that. I want to get them out there, but I could make a lot of money if I had them done in China. It's cheap to do things in China, guys. China, alone, how much for a BeatSeat? Oh, 50 cents. Jeez, okay, now I'm really thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe instead I'll give you my 50 cents for a BeatSeat. I mean, seriously, it is so cheap, and America is very expensive, guys. I'm manufacturing these things, and there's not a big margin. It's hand-built. They're hand-built in the USA. Labor is not cheap in the US, but it's worthwhile to me, to the business. Keep it here in America. If you're starting a business, really strongly consider keeping things here, okay? See if there's a way you could speak to the SBA, speak to whoever in order to find a way to make it lucrative to you to be here in the United States. Don't go out of this country in order to manufacture. Stay here. Let's put people to work. There are people in America who want to work. Right now especially. I'm one of them. I'm here in my studio, in the makeshift studio in my basement while I'm in quarantine until I can go back to my studio at Berkshire Hathaway. And I'd love to get out there and do something. I'm trying to do celebrity impressions for people and songs and whatever that comes about. Now someone the other day said, you should do voicemails. Like Todd's like, hey, you know what? I want you to do Trump. I want you to be my voicemail. It's Todd. Or you want me to do Christopher Walken and leave a voicemail for somebody. And it's funny, I thought about doing that about 12 years ago. A service where I just make voicemails for people as Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, and I just never got around with it. And now it's like, yeah, why would you not do that? That's right down the alley of what you're doing. I used to have stuff like that, but now I have to have a professional voicemail. Facebook. Wow, it's Mark Pyers. Leave a voicemail. He's going to get back to you after he finishes selling a $35 million estate to me, Christopher Walken. I'm going to buy this one. I mean, Georgianne loved it. Had a great outside setting, the pool. If you saw the golf course right over, you jump in for a dip. After you go to birdie, you put it in the hole, Georgianne jumping with the diving board. Leave a message after the beep. Oh my goodness. So let me see. I'm going to play you guys one more song at least, and then we'll see what's going down. Donald Trump sings The Boxer. Just kidding. I don't know. Why not? Ooh, you know what? I started trying to do the more than words thing, and I think I need to hear it a few times because it's there's a few parts to it I didn't know. Saying I love you. I gotta listen to that one because it's a great tune. It would be fun to do. Let me see. I'm gonna try to play one more. I gotta be honest, guys. I'm kind of tired tonight. It has been a long week, and it just started. Literally, it's Sunday. It hasn't even started yet. I was thinking about that black and white tune, the Michael Jackson, because we did it the other day, and it wasn't that bad. Black and white, woo. Oh yeah, this is it right here. I like this tune. this is a really, really great song. And you can't sing Michael, especially today. I'm singing very low. My vocals are low tonight, guys.
Saturday, babe. Please think out with you, she wanted to say. I believe a miracle is happening tonight. Feeling about my baby, it don't matter if black or white.
That's the tune right there, right? I think that's it.
Baby, on a Saturday, babe. But a girl with you wanted to say, I believe a miracle is happening tonight. If you think about my baby tonight, either black or white. Print a message on a Saturday sun. How to tell them on the second night. It's all about the quality. But if you're thinking about my baby, it's a matter of black or white. Tired as devil, tired of this talk. Tired of this business when it's going in right with. I said I'm not sending miracles. Said I'm not sorry. About my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white.
That's all we know, right?
So you kicking dirt in my eyes. But if you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Oh, yeah, you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. I said you're thinking about my baby, you're thinking about my brother, and it doesn't matter if you're black or white, unless you're Joe Biden, because you see color.
That's right. I'm just calling it like it is, guys. I don't want people being like, oh, I call it like it is. That man sees color. He's using every single person the way he needs to. Pawn. He could not wait to say that. Well, I'll tell you what. You have anything you need to say? Obviously, if you have any questions, then you're not black. What? I'm sorry. If I have questions, I'm not. So I can't use my mind? I can't search my soul like Luke Skywalker in order to see if you are the devil and see if you are... Honestly, guys, I never made this show about politics until now, and the point is, if you vote for that guy, you're mental. I'm just saying, you're mental. He's lost his complete mind, and I feel bad for him. I liked the guy. I did. I liked him as a person. I still do. Nice guy. Just has no idea who he is. He's like, who am I? He wakes up, I told you, like twice a month. He's probably like, hey, who am I? Looks in the mirror. He's like, who's this? That's a handsome looking old man right there in gray. Who's that old gray guy in the mirror there? He's quite a cutie pie. Oh, it's me. Who the hell am I, though? Who are you? Oh, I'm your wife, Jill. Oh, okay, I'll go out there in front of people and say, I'm Jill's husband. How about that? Yeah, you've been doing that. You've been doing that. Look, to me, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have 4 more years of the guy up there saying, you're a friggin' moron, okay? I only tell you what you need to hear, okay? Which is you're an idiot. I answer people who ask stupid questions with resentment. You just wasted moments of my life by talking to me like that. You shouldn't talk to Trump and ask dumb questions, because what you get is an elbow in the face. That's right. Because Trump does not play around, okay?
I like to punch people with my words. That's right. I stand up in front of the crowd and I vamp for a little bit. I say, look at you, that's not the right outfit. You should leave and come back after you've changed. That's right, you're standing in the front row of the press corps, and you wore that outfit today? I don't think so, I'm sorry. Can you shuffle her out, please? Just show her to the wardrobe closet. Melania has lots of extra pieces from her last runway show, and she has some plus sizes as well. So you can do whatever. You can cut it in half if you want. If you want, you can make, really, really off-color remarks like Biden, if you want to do that.
All right, I'm going to play you guys a little tune here. This is something that I'm cooking up for you in real time. I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. I like to just say how I really feel deep down inside and I just tell people I forgot. I don't even know what I said over there. I even went back to the wrong chord. That's how Sleepy Joe Biden works. I go back to the wrong chord. See, I did it again. Sometimes you need to get Donald J. Trump in there in order to stay on task like this.
That's right, that's the chord. Keep going, Joe. Maybe next time you'll keep it together. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Donald. I'm back. Look, I'm going to try to keep it together on this one. I just got to tell you, my wife's name is Jill Biden. My name is Joe Biden, and I'm going to beat Donald Trump.
Joe, wake up. You're in the middle of a song, Joe. You can't stop in the middle of a song, Joe. What?
Oh, okay, sorry about that. I just woke up in the middle of this song. I don't even know what I was thinking about. I'm switching chords again, obviously, because I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm about to take a nap again.
Joe, wake up. Joe, wake up. I said, Joe, wake up. Joe, wake up.
I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. I'm running for hall monitor. I mean, I'm Senate. No, I did that already. Look, I went back to the wrong chord again. I'm just sleeping all over the place, I guess. I don't know.
Let me take over, Joe. This is the chord. There you go.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know. Look, I just have something I gotta tell you real quick. I forgot about it. I don't know what I was gonna say, guys. It had something to do with something, and the words just escaped me at the moment. Jill, do you remember what I was talking about over there? And what's that you're cooking? It smells really good. Oh, I'm sorry. I just smell really good. Jill was cooking some food for me over here.
Joe, can you keep on task? People have no idea what the hell you're talking about. They're saying, what is he saying? He's talking about food. He's pretending that he understands words, but we know he doesn't even speak English anymore. No, he doesn't. Go back to you, Joe.
Okay, well, listen, I was on my way to the toilet earlier today, and I tripped, and I stopped myself just short of the toilet itself. And I looked down in there in the water, and I said, well, I could go for a swim. And then all of a sudden, I felt myself as I was opening my eyes, and I was already in that toilet. I fell asleep in the water. What the hell is going on over here, guys? Oh, my goodness, I'm out of my freaking mind. Oh, my goodness. This is here's the problem, guys. Not the problem. This is the good thing. Like, if I had a script, none of this stuff would ever happen. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to come on. I'm going to do 5 minutes here, and I'm going to do 5 minutes there. Whatever. Maybe 74 minutes of it are crap, and 4 minutes of it are good. That's some good 4 minutes right there, guys. Oh, sleepy Joe Biden. Pedalidian. Pedidin. Oh my goodness. Poloisin and Pedidin. Poloisin is definitely going down, I'm hoping. Like I said, the next 4 years, I'm looking forward to some swamp being drained. Drain that mofo. That's all I'm talking about. Drain that mofo.
Seven oceans pumble the shores of the sea. It's a typical situation, it's typical times, too many choices. Typical situation, these typical times, too many choices. Sense of self, 4 seasons turn on, turn off. I can see 3 quarters round the corner. 2's a perfect number. 1, oh, everybody's happy, and everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open, and everyone will come around. Why you do grand? Why are you that way? Don't get it like we when all comes down, it's a typical situation. Situation in these typical times, too many choices. Oh, everybody's happy, everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open, everyone will come around. Why are you different? Oh, you that way. You don't get in line, I say. Everybody's happy, everybody's free. Oh, everybody's happy, everybody's free. we'll keep the big door open. Everyone will come around. Why are you different? Why are you that way? Yeah. We'll get in line, lock you away. Hey. It all comes down to nothing. Typical situations, typical times. So many choices. Oh, my man, I'm in the US of A. That's where I am currently. Oh, Kathleen, you're funny. Thank you for tuning in, for enjoying the program. We've been live every day for 510 days, guys. I will see you tomorrow for 511. Don't fresh me out. You just know that's going to happen, okay? I'll be here. Pelizin, pedalidin. Oh, I got it now, Denise. Pedalidin. Because he's a pederast. That's right. He likes to touch little kids, too. I forgot about that. Denise reminded me of that. Huh? Sometimes you forget. He's a scumbag, too. I forgot about it. Thank you so much, Denise, for reminding me. He's not just Sleepy Joe. He's Sleazy Joe. He's pedalating. He's pedalating. I love it. I'm going to play this song as a final song for the evening. What day? It's about an hour and 18 minutes in. We're in for a while, guys. I'll be live again tomorrow. Head over to YouTube, subscribe, and ding the bell. Enjoy it with Denise and Bulldag over here, okay? This is a song called Till the End. And the concept is this. I have this personal mission to show up every day for you guys, to be here for you, connect with you, answer any questions you have, just talk about things that you may be wanting to hear about. And because this is an unscripted show, I just let the moment take me and I just get into it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you keep showing up. Bulldag, I appreciate you, Denise. And, basically, this is like a group experience. Like, we are here to connect. If you watch the show and you see the beginning, it's day 510. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, but I want to amplify my state as well. And you guys help me do that. So thank you. The line to this song that I want you to hear is, I'll be with you till the end. It's accurate. We are the world. That's right, my man. You and I share this bond we've never felt before, and I know I'll be with you till the end. And this cloud that we float upon hopefully will never burst, leaving water trickle down from my eyes. And stay with me, be my best friend, hold me dear. Hold me in your hands, my love, I'm in your hands. And this world of ours hopefully will never burst, leaving water to trickle down from my eyes. And this world of ours, well, I intervene in between, living the angels gather round to speak the truth. And take me now, take my whole life in your arms, be my love, yeah, yeah, be my little light, hold me in your hands, my love, I'm in your hands. Where's my love, I'm in your hands.
And that's what we got for tonight, guys, on the BeatSeat. Because we're coming off like 7 days in a row of 3 hour plus. Right, guys? Hold on. Let's get over here to this screen.
Look, I'm here to tell you what we're doing.
Okay, Donald. Okay, my friend Donald.
So we've been live like crazy hours for the last 4 or 5 days. We've been going on it. We've been doing like super sick 3 hour, 4 hour shows. Todd, I know you've been doing your thing too, my friend. Like, we're all out there in this world trying to survive. Todd and I are in the same business. We're out there trying to make a living selling the American dream. That still happens, Mark? Yeah, it still happens. That's what we're doing. I'm helping the world. I'm going to tell you something else right now, too. I've been watching this whole The Last Dance thing. I'm way behind, obviously. It just ended last week, but I'm up to episode 8. And I think I'm on 9 now, actually. And I got to tail that out and watch it tonight or tomorrow and finish it off. Sick. My man Michael. That dude is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yes. Bulldag said, God willing, we make it to tomorrow. Bulldag's not joking, because seriously, guys, if Sleepy Joe Biden gets in office, we may not. We may not, because he won't know what we're doing. He's going to change the name of America. I'm calling it Sleepy Potato Land. I'm calling it Potato Oreo Country. I'm going to just decide to call it Bidenology Land. I'm going to call it Badadadalaland, which sounded better than USA. Look, I woke up this morning and I decided to change the name of the nation. What? What are you planning on doing, sir? Sir, what were you going to do? We wanted to hear it. All right, just let him sleep. Just wake him up later, okay? Let him take his nap. Maybe he'll forget what he said. When he wakes up, he'll let it go back to USA. Nope, Badadalaland. It's called Badadalaland. Because Biden just decided to change the name. Nobody told me he couldn't do it. He just did it. He's like, I'm gonna have an executive. I was trying to think of the word. I was thinking of members only jacket. I was trying to think of working in members only jacket in there somehow. Oh, guys, it's definitely been a long set of days here for me. But you know what? The crazy thing is, no matter how tired I am, and no matter how bad I think the show will be, I'm still going to show up. And I will put on a bad show, even though I never will ever put on a bad show. I'm just saying. That's the one thing I took away from this Michael Jordan documentary, from this Last Dance, is show the F up. You know what I mean? And if you're going to show up, put the time and put the work in and intend to succeed. Failure is part of the process. In order for you to find your greatest self, you need to fail a lot. So I'll come out here, and maybe there will be days where I'm just not, my energy level's not there or whatever, but I'm going to still try to fail up. Okay? Fail up. I got a philosophy, I'll tell you it again. You guys should know it by now, but every day I come out here and I say to myself, I'm going to one up what I did yesterday. No matter how good the show is, I'm like, I'm going to one up that show. I'm showing up and I'm going to do this. But guess what? tomorrow, like Dag said, God willing we get to it, tomorrow I'm going to blow today out of the freaking water. Do you understand like the progression of that? Like today I'm going to go out and kill it, okay? And tomorrow I cannot wait to bury today. That's the way you got to live life and everything you do. You got to go at it saying, I'm going to do it better than I did yesterday. And don't just go through the motions. Going through the motions, you get nowhere in life. You'll get nowhere. Don't go through the motions. Do it right. Put it all in. And at least one day you can say, I did it. I tried. I didn't. It's funny. If I never did what I'm doing now, I would have been the guy. This is a very interesting thing. I would have been the guy who had a record deal on the table and walked away from it to have a family, got a real estate license, and decided to just have a normal life. That would have been me right there. And the songs that you're starting to hear, like Till the End and You and all these growing up, all these songs that I have been playing lately, I've been doing a lot of covers. But besides that, the songs you have now started to know of mine, they never would have come to light. And this show's never going to stop. So if we reach the people and we start to connect and we really start to grow, the idea that this never would have existed if Donald Trump did not get elected and the negatube started and everybody just decided to crap on him. That's the thing that bothered me most, honestly. I mean, let a guy do his job. I shut off the TV for 400 days. I shut off the negatube, only to turn it on the night of the presidential address for the State of the Union. I was blown away. The dude did everything he said he would do during the campaign. Every single thing. And that's why they're doing what they're doing to him. Nobody likes the change that he's made. When he was on the campaign trail saying he was going to do all this stuff, the fake news media was like, we can't let this happen. We can't let him do all these things. This is our country. We control the people. We keep the little mice underground. We keep the inner cities, the people needing us, milking the teat. This guy comes along, he changes the freaking script, flips it. My biggest takeaway will always be that he was a billionaire. He could have enjoyed the rest of his days just kicking it, working his Trump business, billionaire, playing golf every day. He put it all on hold to help this country. And they've done nothing but treated him like crap since the moment he started doing it. And he reduced taxes. 7 million people came off with food stamps. Unemployment was at the lowest in history until the coronavirus took over. But these are positive things, and people are so negative on him because he says stupid stuff. Yeah, I wish he didn't say some of the stuff he says, but it gives me the opportunity to come out here and make fun of it and to make a comedic show. I come here, whatever. Oh, we're going to shoot each other up with Windex. They did it in Big Fat Greek Wedding. Why would we not? If it worked for the Greek family and the Greek wedding movie, it should work for Trump. Or how about when it's like, I'm not getting coronavirus because I'll pay it in gold. I'm sorry, Mr. Coronavirus. I will pay you. How much gold do you want? No, Donald, it doesn't work that way, Mark. You don't understand. You're not a billionaire. We pay for everything in gold, including safe passage from coronavirus. Yeah, the currency was going to collapse anyway. That's what, Bulldag says the financial world is in shambles too. The currency was going to collapse. Was the currency going to collapse when the coronavirus came along? And the question I would have then, Dag, is do you think that this is another part of our conspiracy theory? Because I told you Dag's conspiracy is this, and I'm all in on Dag, with Dag on this one. Biden hasn't picked a VP yet because out of the blue, like months before, 2 months before, he's going to be like, I'm picking Hillary Clinton. She almost won it last time. I'm going to see if she'll give me a hand this time. And then by the time the election comes around, she's going to be like, yay, you won the election. And he's going to be like, what? I won what? And they'll be like, you were the president. He'd be like, the president of what? The hair club for men. I'd be like, no, you're the president of the United States of America. I'd be like, I am. I'd be like, yeah, you're sleepy Joe Biden, aren't you? And he'd be like, yeah, I can't do this. So let's just get Hillary in there. Let's give Hillary the reins. She should have had it from Trump. She got the votes. Did she? First of all, she's a killer, guys. You know that, right? You know that she's an actual killer. Murderer. Like, not physically herself with the knife or gun, but she's ordered people to be murdered. Dag says the stock market is a zombie. That's speculation, by the way. I'm not saying that's accurate. I just have seen so many documentaries on the Clinton body count that I'm like, whoa, she's murdered people. But it's just speculation. Maybe it's just coincidence that thousands of people that have died that were connected to them. Could be. It could be. Yeah. Sammy says we are living in a not in a Clinton reality, not Clinton reality. You know, listen, not Hillary Clinton reality. Listen to this. I'll tell you what, guys. I'd be really nervous if she got in. This world would be a mess right now if she was our president. You know that, right? You know she's horrible, and she basically is like evil, and all self-serving. This is the problem. These Democrats, they lead on this platform of saying that they're there to help and that they care about the little guy, but they are so self-serving. You finally get a guy in office who's done some things. What's the Jeriform Act? Sammy, what's the Jeriform Act? Is that what it's called? Did I say that correct? Yeah, Bill Dag says they have to print trillions of dollars to prevent it from crashing. And who's going to pay for that? Our kids, us. Oh my goodness. Dag's telling me something here. He said Wall Street has become a massive Ponzi scheme. Dag, you should follow me over on Facebook if you get a chance to. And I'm going to hook you up with my buddy Tim that I went to high school with. He is the conspiracy theory master, first of all. Super genius, like finance guy. And he is constantly on a daily basis dropping these posts. He's like, this does not make any sense. He's like, how did the stock market have a bounce back when 7 million people lost their jobs this week or whatever? He would say all these, he'd correlate. He'd be like, 30 million people lost their jobs since coronavirus and we had a 15-point bounce. Like what? He's like, this is such fabrication. No. What is this? Sammy said, have you seen the HR 6666 COVID-19 testing, reaching, and contacting everyone Trace Act? No. What the hell is that? Oh, he dropped it in over here. I'm going to see if I can open it up so I can tell you guys about it. You rock, Sammy. Thank you for sending this in here. Let's see. Ready? The COVID-19 testing, reaching, and contacting everyone Trace Act. Okay? Let's see what this says. To authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants. Hold on, where are my glasses so I can see this a little better? Award grants to eligible entities and conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 related activities such as contact tracing, health mobile units, blah, blah, blah. A bill, let's see what it says. Well, they're going to pay people for this? I would do it. I'll go do it. What do you think? Should I do it? What? That's $100 billion. $100 billion they're spending on this? And what is this? These people go out there and just basically like... Is this straight up like 1984? Are we dealing with 1984 here? Sammy, is this 1984? Sammy says it's 1984. Bulldag says because the Fed has a trading desk and is buying everything in sight. Wait a second. The Fed is buying up everything? They print the money and then they buy stocks with their own money. Holy cow. Holy cow. Sammy says it's 9/11 but times 10. Now here's the other thing too. So basically they're printing the money, they're buying up the stocks with it. You guys know this because you know all this stuff. But Dag's gonna be like, yep, and Sammy too. Jekyll Island. What does that mean to you guys? Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island. Does that make sense? Jekyll Island. This is, I want to say 1929, something like that. Denise said a brief glimpse of the obvious usually eludes people. Yeah, like everybody looking at Joe Biden and saying he's okay. That's the insanity. Okay, so here's what I heard, Sammy, and tell me if you heard this, Bulldag and Denise. Jekyll Island, this is like 1920-something, okay, before the crash. Vanderbilt, I want to say Vanderbilt, Chase, JP Morgan, and all these other conglomerates, these banks got together on Jekyll Island and they created the Federal Reserve. Everybody in the country says they think because it says federal, they believe the United States of America owns the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is privately owned by the banks. The banks are the ones who print the money. So the banks created the Federal Reserve, and I think, did they also have something to do with the income tax? I'm not really sure, but Dad used to work at 2 World Trade Center. Are you kidding me, my friend? Wow. Oh my goodness, Sammy said yes, and JFK was trying to get rid of it. Dag, so Dag, you must do this still, huh? Dag is straight up in the finance market because he was like, it's a vertically integrated. Anybody who says stuff like that is like totally understands finance. Like, I need a guy like Dag. When I can figure out how to make some flow with Real Talk, I'm going to give it to Dag. He's going to go on there and turn it into some real ducats. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's retired now. Good for you. Good for you, my brother. But yeah, I'll tell you what. I had some friends in the World Trade Center. I lost a couple friends in the World Trade Center. It was a sad day. Everybody knows where they were that day. Dag was in the freaking World Trade Center that day. That must have been the scariest thing in the world. The Global Central Bank, what's that? I'm yawning. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. You know what? I had this buddy, Brad Fetchit. Great dude. Great lacrosse player. Best smile. Just a great kid. Positive as can be. I remember he was a year older than me, so I wasn't the best of friends with him. But I remember him being nice to everybody. He was on the 102nd floor, I think, or something like that, and he didn't make it out. It's sad when you think he was 23 years old, his life in front of him, you know? Yeah, that was very tough for this town, too, especially because New Canaan lost a lot of people, Darien, Greenwich. This whole Connecticut area, a lot of the people that passed were from these areas, you know, because they all commute. It's New Jersey or Connecticut, right? Or the New York, Westchester area. So you had a lot of sad families and a lot of heartache. And it's crazy to think how many people have died from COVID-19 in such a short period of time, right? But the other thing is this. I'm starting to understand some things, guys. The numbers you see are not the accurate numbers. I'm pretty sure if you take 25% off of whatever the total is, and that's probably the amount of people that have died from COVID-19, maybe even 30% off. Because what I'm hearing is no matter what they die from, they call it COVID-19. Because you get a bump whenever you market COVID-19, like $13,000. And if you throw someone on a ventilator, you get $38,000. The hospital. Now, why would you get that? I don't understand why they give you that. Oh, here, we'll give you a bonus because you used the ventilator. Here you go, $38,000. Oh my goodness. DAG started from the 1-year anniversary of its opening from the first bond meal. So that was 94 you started, my friend? Yeah, big conflict of interest, all right. Absolutely. Well, that's true. Yeah, DAG says from Fauci to Gates to the UN to the CDC, it is all a conflict of interest. Endeavor, how are you, my friend? Endeavor Financial's on too. Endeavor, we're talking about, basically we're discussing how the stock market is just fabricated. It's BS, okay? It's going to crash. When? I don't know. I'm very nervous about that. I remember 96 in Atlanta. Denise remembers that. Yeah, but you know what's crazy, guys, is like you put yourself wherever you need to be in order to survive in this world. And then sometimes, this is something that Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show used to call this the unlucky lottery. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And something like that happens. Squashed by a truck or, you know what I mean? Like, you're in the World Trade Center when these people decide to take it down. You know, like it's just the unlucky lottery. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. Oh, man. But it's definitely... There are a lot of questions out there, and we're not getting answers, guys. That's all I know. We're not getting the right answers. And what I would say is I'm going to keep asking the questions. And hopefully I can keep showing up healthy, no COVID, and we can continue getting to the bottom of things. This isn't going to start to be a conspiracy theory show by any means, but it is real talk. We're going to get into whatever the heck happens on a daily basis. I also want to start doing something that we haven't done yet, which is somehow start to do like a call-in type of thing. I have, with Discord especially, I'm pretty sure we could do call-ins where you guys can get on the line with me, ask some questions, and, you know, do song requests, but impressions, or just chat, because honestly, I feel like the content could be really cool if, you know, a good conversation starts as well. So not just me broadcasting all the time, you know? Yeah, Dag says this is a massive ploy, more of a ploy than a hoax. And I agree with you. It's funny, I was telling my wife today, because I went to the food store just to grab some things, and I went in, I went out, got my things, and people are being very careful with their safe distancing, which is great. And I realize now the CDC last week just says some crazy stuff like, oh, you don't need to wear a mask, or you can wear a mask, but it doesn't really spread from things, you know, from contact things. So you could touch this, touch that. That's okay. Grocery store, you don't need to wipe down your groceries afterwards. And like, where's this switch over that all of a sudden it's not contagious? Like what? The whole world had it all of a sudden. Like literally you could walk down the street and get it. And now it's like, no, it's not that contagious, just from person to person. I'm like, they changed so much. It's a bunch of crap. Bulldog knows what I'm talking about. I'm pretty much saying at this point, yeah, and Dag, you got to see, like, I'm the worst about it too, buddy. Like, this is me. And I know it's not doing anything. Like I told my wife today, I'm like, this probably does nothing. No, it's not me. That wasn't it. I had a picture of me wearing a mask. Here it is. See if this shows up. This is me at TJ Maxx. It didn't work. Can you see that guy right there? That's me. I'm sideways. Sideways mock. But when I wear my mask, it's a respirator, and it still doesn't mean I'm gonna block anything out. Now, what was kind of interesting is my father had a very interesting point, because we did a little social distancing today, and he came by. And he said, you know what happens is, so if you're wearing an N95 mask, and you're blocking out 95% of particulates, or whatever, particles, whatever the hell you call them, and the guy who has coronavirus is wearing a mask as well, and his is blocking out 95%. Now you're getting 5% of his 5%, which is like, you know, astronomically low. And I was like, wow, that is true. You're getting 5% of somebody else's 5%. So they've been 95% washed down. You're 95% washed down. You're only sucking in 5% of air. So there's a very good chance you won't get it that way. And there are other things they're saying now, guys. You need to be aware. You need to be aware. They're saying that people who, I think they said something about CBD, something about cannabis in general, that it could lower your risk of contracting COVID-19 by 80%. 80%, because it shuts down the ACE inhibitors, or whatever they call it, the A2A inhibitors. Yes, oh my goodness. Bulldog knows. Bulldog knows. We're all, you know, we take the advice of the world. Well, you know what's interesting? Because Sammy said, I wonder if you're wearing a mask all day, does that make you recirculate the same air? It does, but here's the other thing I don't get. We need fresh oxygen. We need to be able to breathe, okay? When you're wearing that mask, are you getting fresh air? I don't know. You're 95% of it's carbon dioxide, to your point. So basically, Sammy, like what we're doing is we're killing ourselves. And they say our elevation, like we're elevating our levels, our carbon dioxide levels when we do this, which is obviously not a very good thing. Dag says he hasn't been sick in literally 10 years. I'll tell you a pretty crazy story, guys, okay? And we'll call this a night. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But I was in Florida, and I saw this dude. He's going underwater, and he's like, I'm like, oh, he's swimming across the pool. And I wind up realizing, no, he's not swimming across the pool. He's going underwater. He has weights on his shoulders, and he's underwater for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm counting. I'm like, he's been under for like 4.5 minutes. So I told my wife, I'm like, I got to talk to this guy and find out, what is he doing? How is he doing it? Why is he doing it? And I'm seeing him there like day after day. He goes and does this routine. He walks across the pool underwater with weights on. 4 or 5 minutes underwater. I'm like, what the hell? So one of these days I say to him, look, I got to ask you. I've been watching you. How do you do that? How do you hold your breath underwater for 4 or 5 minutes at a time? And like, what's the longest you've held your breath? And we start talking. And he tells me, first of all, how to do it. And he explains that he hasn't had a cold in over 28 years, because what he does is a very simple thing that we all should do. I do this every night when I go to sleep, which is you breathe in through your nose, hold your breath for a couple seconds, and then breathe out your mouth. Don't breathe back out your nose, because if you do that, you are actually hurting you're actually making yourself sicker. Okay, so you breathe in through your nose, into your diaphragm, as you want to breathe this down into the bottom of your belly. That's what I'm a singer, so everything I do goes into my belly. But I breathe in and then out through the mouth. He said, you have a poison. Your nose creates a poison when you breathe in. And it kills bad bacteria in your body, and it promotes the good bacteria. And he goes, nobody knows this. He goes, but it's a poison that your body creates. Each time you breathe in through your nose, it lets it in, but you need to recirculate it. You have to send it back out through your mouth. If you send it right back out through your nose, it's going to hurt you. So I'm like, what? He goes, I haven't had a cold in 28 years, some crazy thing, right? And I started doing that. Now I typically, knock on wood, I get sick like most people do, but it's not like, I know a lot of people get sick a lot. My kids, sometimes my wife and my kids will get a cold and I'm just there. I'm just whatever. I'm there with them. I'm helping them, taking care of the kids. And half a day I'll feel something. I'm like, I'm good. Maybe I'm just driving through it. I'm like, whatever. I don't care if I got it. I'm just going to go through it anyway. Like it's a freaking mountain. But, and this is the thing. I've been so afraid of COVID because I don't know if this thing took me out. There's a chance. I'm 42 now, guys. I don't know. I feel great, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it wouldn't interact with my DNA in a specific way that would take me off of this earth. I don't know. And I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that just all of a sudden, it's great he did 510 days. It's great he did 527 days, and then COVID got him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm terrified of that. I'm terrified. So I just keep thinking to myself, if I can keep trying to stay safe, but honestly, guys, this is the thing we're all afraid of. We don't know what's going to happen when it finally comes and rears its ugly head in front of our faces. It's going to. That's the thing. Early on, they said 70% of the world is going to get this thing, and then they started just dialing it back. Yeah, Sammy said you will be safe. Just don't let them take your freedom away. You know what, brother? You're so right. You're so right. And going back to this, I want to tell you something funny. So, Dag, you'll like this. One of my friends said he doesn't know any of his friends. They happen to be supporters of CBD products, that type of stuff. He doesn't know any of his friends that have gotten it because they have just, during all this, you know what? I'm doing my thing, quarantine and all, whatever. I'm doing my thing. And if it winds up being that the inhibitors or whatever it is, that thing that connects us to this virus is washed and completely wiped away by 80% because of that, it's just another benefit that people aren't even realizing yet, They sell it in Walgreens in Oregon. Dagger, you're in Oregon? Common sense goes a long way. My wife always says, common sense will tell you. And she says that all the time. She got that from her dad. Her dad says that. I'd be like, common sense will tell you. It's so true. Common sense is a very important thing to have. And how about this? Like, I just laugh when I see these morons. Like, I saw someone the other day. This pissed me off more than anything. Some idiot freaking moron on Facebook said, I don't care if Joe Biden touch the hiney of 1,000 women, I'd still vote for him because I hate Trump that much. Really? What do you hate about him? Oh, he's a racist and a misogynist and he's a xenophobe and is he? Is he really? I definitely think he's, got an issue with women. Yeah. He likes women. So did Bill Clinton. What are you going to do about it? Who cares? Let me ask you a question. How many people have campaigned on things and then you've said, wow, they did what they said? I think the answer is one. And what do you guys want to do with them? Oh, you want to string them up. You want to burn them at the stake. Yeah. Okay. Because he did what he said, and because the 7 or 8 people who run media, the media moguls out there that run it, said, we can't let this happen. We need to take this dude down. We need to take this orange-faced dude down before he takes us out. Because if he changes things the way he wants to, it's not going to be good for us. That is not going to be good for us. And so this has been a ruse from the beginning, guys. This has been a ruse. You said Trump is causing a lot of crooked people lost wages. Is he causing them to lose wages? Or is he causing, what is he saying? I missed that part. Oh, you're in Atlanta. Oh, the gummies. You're funny. That's Bill Gates hoping for a big payday. That's right. I'll tell you what, guys. Bill Gates, that guy is the real Dr. Evil. I'm not even joking. That dude is going to take over the world. You're not even going to see it coming. He'd be like, I told you I was going to do it. I was with Melinda. The swamp hates Trump. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, here's the funny thing, and Dag was on with me when I was saying this the other day. So basically, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. This next 4 years, when Trump wins, because Biden is such an S show, that when he finally gets to debate, if it happens, 1984, Denise is right, it is straight up 1984. When this debate finally does come around and it takes place, oh my goodness, Trump is just he's going to take a crap on Biden's face. I'm just saying, it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. And Biden's going to be like, that was good. What was that again? Was that a chocolate ice cream? Like, he won't even know. He's going to think it was ice cream. No, ice cream is cold, Joe. Oh, he thought ice cream was warm for a second. Like, this is what's going on. Can that happen? Is the convention done? Because Dag said Biden will get the boot at a contested convention. When is the convention done though now? Didn't he win the convention? It's going to be for sure. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't give it to Bernie. Like Bernie had some weight behind him. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's why everything's been moving so slow. So Dag says it's not until August. So a lot of stuff can happen between now and then, guys. A lot of stuff. But I'll tell you what's going to definitely happen is Joe Biden will not be running for president in November, based on what Dag just told me. So the DNC has to ratify it. So a couple more comments saying, well, if you have a question, you ain't black. A couple more like that. They're definitely not going to ratify it. Enter the queen. That's right. Dag says, enter the queen. I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen. She's going to come along. She's like, look, I can save the day. I almost beat him last time, and now he's been such a terrible president. Has he? He's done everything. He did so much great stuff, guys. Like, I was blown away on day 400 when the State of the Union address took place, and I sat there with my wife, and my jaw was on the ground. I said, he did that? She goes, yeah. I said, he did that? She goes, yeah. I said, 7 million people off of food stamps? She goes, yeah. I was like, what? Why are people like this on the other side of the room? She goes, because they all suck. I'm like, yeah, they do. They all suck. Now, I told you guys the other day, I voted for Obama the first time around. And second time around, I was like, this guy sucks. I would absolutely vote for a shoe instead of Obama on the second time around. I thought for sure that Obama was definitely not getting a second term. Like, that's how certain I was that Romney was going to win, because Obama was such a bad president. And somehow, it's like they steal it, guys. They steal it. Somehow, this chooch winds up being president again. I'll tell you what it was. This is what put it over the edge. He's getting slammed. He got destroyed by Romney in the debates. Do you guys remember this? He came out there acting all smooth, and Romney beat his face in. And then the second round of debates, for some reason, he leapt back. I don't want them to. I don't know what his idiot. He should have kept pushing. Push on Obama's head. Make it explode. He didn't do that. So somehow, and this is the crazy part, we had this crazy set of storms. I think it was like tornadoes or something. What was this? Hurricane. It was a hurricane. 2012, hurricane comes along right like 4 days before the election. 4 days, I swear it was 3 or 4 days before the election. Who remembers this? And all of a sudden you see Barack, the worst president of the United States of America, Obama, standing up on the screen with, what's his name? The Jersey guy. Chris Christie with his arm around Christie. And Christie's like, oh, Obama came and saved the day for us. He's such a great president. And freaking Chris Christie shot Romney in the foot by doing that. And I looked at my wife at the time. I said, Romney just lost. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, he just lost. When Obama was able to get on national television during this national tragedy or national emergency, that just won the election for him. And it did. He won the election. And yes, still terrible president. I'm not, look, and I love how people say, oh, you're racist if you think this, no, excuse me, I have an opinion. Okay. If the guy did great things, I would tell you he was a great president. He was a smooth cat. I'd have a beer with him, but he was a crappy president. And I sat here for 13 years. I've been pushing my tail off just trying to create a business. For 8 of those years, this dude ran things into the ground. And I have people tell me how great he was. What I love, yeah, Bulldog says I like facts over media BS. I got a buddy named Phil. Phil is my buddy, and every time he posts on Facebook, I just smile. Because Phil is just giving it to his friends. He's giving it to everybody. He's like, can you believe this is your guy? And he said what? And I just think that anybody who's not looking at the facts right now and is taking that medicine and just, oh, well, Trump he's a xenophobe. That's not my president. Like, I said this the other day too. Just keep this in mind, okay? November 3rd is going to come around, January, whatever comes around when they have that whole thing where you're sworn in. If Trumper gets back in for 4 more years, he's draining the friggin' swamp, okay? That's happening. But if sleepy, sleazy Joe gets in, it's my president. I'm not going to act like these morons. Excuse me? Yeah, the senile idiot's my president. It's my president. The guy who wakes up in the mirror and says, who's that guy? Who's that handsome devil? That's my president. You guys put him in office. Yeah, that's right. I'm Jill's husband. Yeah, that's my president. Did you hear my president? He went out today and said, give me a look over. You don't like what you see, then vote for the other Biden. Yep, that's my president right there. Crazy. But you know what? You can't say anything about it. That was the problem with the Obama administration. You could not criticize. You criticize Obama administration, you're a racist. You are racist. You said something negative about Barack Obama. You must be a racist. No, I have eyes and I see what he did for my people. For my people, I mean the United States people, the Americans, every single person in this country. He didn't do anything for us. Very selfish. But then I see stuff like, again, it's all fake news. The media will tell you what they want to tell you, and you can listen, or you could actually do the research. Check out the Epoch Times. Check out the Epoch Times, guys. I've been checking out these little clips here on YouTube. They pop on. You guys probably see these. They're paid ads. They're like, oh, did you hear this? On Epoch Times, they did the research into this, and check out this, and check out this. And you're like, I want to check it all out. It's pretty cool. I have not subscribed to the show yet, to the Epoch Times, or to the newspaper, but I'll tell you what, I'm strongly considering it because they're doing the research. They're doing the research. And they were the ones who uncovered the Fluhan in October. They're the ones who found it. So, pretty cool stuff. The Epoch Times. I love those little things that pop up. They'll pop up on my YouTube. Hey, did you guys hear the thing on Epoch Times? Ooh, Dag says he follows them on Twitter. I didn't even realize they were on Twitter. I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to have to adjust these. I can't believe I wrote Dave. Dave 510 in a row. It's Dave 510 in a row. Oh my goodness. So guys, we did 2 hours, right? Yeah, literally it's 2 hours and 11 seconds right now. Not bad. So let's do this tomorrow. Tune in. I'll be live with you for 5:11. I'm going to try to come on earlier tomorrow, okay? Hopefully, for the love of God. I mean, it's 11. It's like 11 o'clock when I went live. So that means it's almost 1 right now. Yeah, it's 12:58. That's what happens. I went live at 10:58. But you know what, guys? Whenever we push play, whenever we push the red button, take the red pill. Is it the red pill? I was questioning this again. I have to watch the clip. Is the red pill or the blue pill? What's the good pill? What's the pill that tells you what's really going on? I don't want to go back to some office and pretend that everything's what it's not. I want to know. I want to know. I want the good pill. Just tell me, what's the pill that lets me know that I'm hooked into some weird thing where I have to pull something out of my belly and then I slide down a tube and all of a sudden I got some weird like tube thing in my belly that I could hook up to and be in the Matrix. That's the pill I want to take. Oh, you want to be in the one where you're in some office building and you got a Lamborghini at the end of the day? Okay. Good luck on that one. I'm going to go and try to just blow this thing up. Oh my goodness. Denise said that her dear, normally upbeat, sane-minded friend said that she tested positive for COVID-19 and sunk so low she had a breakdown. So she had a mental, basically, you would say that the low was more of a mental low than a health low? And I mean, obviously mental is health, but would you say that that was what she was feeling over the sickness itself? Because I remember saying, was it Chris Christie? No, Chris Cuomo. Yeah, the tests I wouldn't trust either because I don't know what they're putting in your nose. But Chris Cuomo said something about that too, about how the mental effects of the drug are even more powerful sometimes than the actual physical overwhelming factors. Ooh, yeah, exactly. Bulldag said you don't know what they're triggering to get a positive result either. That's not understood right now. I'm going to do some more research on this one for tomorrow for you guys. But yeah, a few things that I do know. There's no way in hell I'd ever take a vaccine, number one. Number two, if I get it, I get it. And my wife said it the best the other day. She goes, if this is the way I'm meant to go out, this is the way I'm meant to go out. Okay? It's a good way to think about it, I guess. So we go at it. Hardcore. I'm going to punch that thing in the face. That's what it comes down to. Oh, man. Look, we can't control it. All we can do is try to stay safe, but we do need to know the truth. And we don't know the truth because they keep lying to us. And when I say they, I say the fake media. I think, honestly, the only people we're getting the truth from right now is the group that stands in front of us on a daily basis and tells us what's happening. Zinc and hydroxychloroquine. Yep, you're right. Bulldag said, you know what the funny thing is? Who was it? Who's the guy from Dr. Drew? Dr. Drew said that chloroquine has heart side effects for palpitations, heart arrhythmias, whatever they're called. Hydroxychloroquine doesn't. So he said, this is all fake news. So they're coming out, oh, well, it's bad for your heart. Chloroquine is bad for your heart. Hydroxychloroquine is a different drug completely. And that one is a safe drug. He said that he before all this, he would be prescribing it to people all the time for things. Yeah, Denise just said exactly what I was kind of leading to before, is when I said to 25-30% of all deaths, just wipe that number away, and that's what you're probably dealing with. According to the information that she's been privy to, any death is being reported as COVID related. So it could be you stubbed your toe and you fell in the shower and you cracked your head open and died, and they're marking it as COVID. Oh, yeah, well, we tested afterwards. Dag, I'm with you. I'm with you, Dag. Honestly, I think that there is a lot of anger in this world that can be remedied with the right prescription. And it's not made at Glaxo Pharmaceuticals or whatever you call it, GlaxoSmithKline. It's from the earth. And a lot of times it's the people around you. A lot of times it's something that someone that you love says to you that makes you feel better. It's not a pill. It's not. And I know I say that just in a like a light way because there are some people that need them. You know, they really need them. But some people, other people, they can help each other up. You know, this is why we have therapists and why we're able to have discussion to get out of our way, you know. Let's see, they also want to keep this organic off the legal market. Keep this organic off. Kratom is great for adrenal fatigue. Kratom, and that's an organic, it's a legal thing, kratom? Never heard of them. Kratom? Is it creatine? Or is that actually a thing? Kratom. You know what? Let me see this real quick over here. I'm going to pull up kratom. See what it is. Because I never heard of that before. Yeah, here we go. Plants, kratom. You drink it like tea, huh? Kratom for pain relief. Let's see what it says. It's a tropical evergreen tree in the coffee family, native to Southeast Asia. It is indigenous to Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, and the Papua New Guinea, where it has been used in traditional medicine since at least the 19th century. Really? What are the benefits of kratom? It's as a recreational drug, the leaves are chewed and drank as tea to elevate mood, as a euphoriant, and enhance the physical endurance. As a medicine, kratom is used for anxiety, cough, depression, diabetes, diarrhea, high blood pressure, pain, to improve sexual performance, and to lessen symptoms of opiate withdrawal. I'd never heard of this before, kratom. Where do you get it? The green is relaxing, the white is a stimulant. Huh. And anxiety, too. Kratom. Hey, where do you get it from? I never even heard of this before. Mail order. Interesting. What is kratom? Why does the DA want to ban it? Wow. See, Denise knows about it too. I never heard of that before, guys. I will tell you that everything that comes from the earth has a benefit. It was created here. It comes from the motherland. I want to send some people down to the Amazon and dig around. There's some stuff there you guys don't know about yet. It comes from the coffee botanical plant. Yeah, shoot me that link, my brother. Mark at markpyersrealtalk.com. Yeah, I'm going to read that because that's pretty cool stuff. I mean, I honestly think the people out there that are stressed out and like so anxious, overwhelmed, they need stuff like that. If you can't get a prescription to something that can help you, you got to try something natural, something that you can bring your own levels down. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. The FDA and the CDC talk trash about it. Yeah, just like hydroxychloroquine. Exactly. Oh, why? Because it's 50 freaking cents. It's 50 cents for hydroxychloroquine, apparently. That's why they talk crap about it. And people have been using it for 60 years for malaria. But people are going to die all of a sudden by taking it. Do you know why the people are dying it that are taking it now for COVID? Because they're going to freaking die anyway. Their hearts are dead. Their hearts are stopping. They have a couple beats left. They're like, let's give them hydroxychloroquine. They die. They're like, it's the hydroxychloroquine that killed them. No, they were dead anyway. I want that whole right to choose thing. You know what I'm saying? Where like if I get something, I'm taking whatever there is. I don't give a crap. I'll take it all. Yet currently they don't have any medication for adrenal fatigue. What would be considered adrenal fatigue? Comorbidity. Morbidity. It's comorbidity. Oh my goodness. A medication for adrenal fatigue. What would be considered adrenal fatigue? Is that like where you feel like tired all the time? Oh, morbidity. Okay, yeah. Comorbidity, I see. Fight or flight. Yep. Wow. That's crazy stuff. That's some crazy stuff. Guys, I'm very much this is what I'm talking about. Like, it would be pretty cool to have Dag on and hear about some of this stuff, because, this show should be a growth process. We start somewhere and we just take it. A good show will just like start in one place and end somewhere completely different. It's a hormonal chemical thing. Interesting. Cretin. I'm going to check out that. Kratom. I said cretin. You're a cretin. That's right, Sleepy Joe. You're a cretin. And I don't want you to win because the world will fall apart. And plus, Hillary Clinton should not be the president. She's Hillary. She should be in jail. Prolonged stress throws your adrenaline in chaos. I didn't know that. I think you need to find something that levels you out. Like, this happens to be my level. My level out is to come on this program with you guys, right? Everybody has to have it. If it's shooting hoops, tomorrow it's going to be me rolling the floor with epoxy. How about that? Yeah, so I don't know how early I'll be on tomorrow if I'm rolling a freaking epoxy garage. But I'll try. I will. Let's see. Jeez, 2 hours and 12 minutes. Can you believe it? I know you do, my brother. Look, Mississippi just began scratch-off lottery tickets. I'm not seeing anything short of 100% absolute act of God that Mississippi will actually legalize marijuana here. Well, yeah, because they just did that. You think just because they did the lottery, like that's their way of bringing in money at the moment? I mean, I remember years ago someone said the amount of money they'd make just on taxes alone. Mark, how are you, my brother? The money they would make on taxes alone. You know what I mean? It would be insane to not. And also the other thing I remember thinking about as a kid is, if you think about the amount of crime and murder, everything that takes place within the drug realm, right? Drug dealers and, you got the middlemen, you got those street workers, all that stuff. If you just legalized, not everything, because I don't think, you should be like, shouldn't be able to walk into a store and get cocaine. You shouldn't be able to walk into a store and get heroin. That stuff should not ever be around. But you should be able to go into a store and buy something that makes you feel a little bit better than you did, And I just don't know the amount of money that this country would make, but you'd also put drug dealers out of business is what you would do. And you'd see a lot less criminal activity because people are able to get it legally. And what would happen, I think, is you'd eventually see a drop-off where maybe not this generation, but maybe the next, where people would be like, whatever, it's just there at the gas station. Because I didn't smoke cigarettes, but people did before I was around. Alcohol, never really been into alcohol, but it's legal for me. I can go get alcohol. It's never like, I was like, whatever. Yeah, it's there. I can get it any time. I think the idea of something that you can't get any time and you need to go out of your way to get, and you need to know the right person to get the good stuff and all, like that is a game in itself. If you take away the game, you get people to just think it's whatever. And Bulldog said you can abuse anything. You're absolutely right. You absolutely can. Yeah, and Mark said too, the government will legalize anything they can tax, and Mark knows because he is the finance master. But yeah, they'll tax whatever they can. You were taxed. Mark should tell. I got to get Mark on my show. This is the other Mark Pyers, guys. You have no idea. You have to check him out. He's on YouTube. He's awesome. But I got to get Mark on my show because I want to ask him some of these things. Like, how come I pay my taxes, but then I'm also paying taxes on my gas? I'm paying my home property taxes. I'm paying taxes on my insurance, paying taxes on everything. And then they're taking my income away as well. Like, how much, Mark, how much do they really take from us? How much would you say on a percentage? Say Trump brought it to 20%. It really was 20%. But then you factor in the gas, you factor in the home, you factor in all these things. What's the real percentage that people pay out of their pocket just to live? Food, you're paying for food tax. You're paying for gas tax. You're paying for, like, what's the tax? Is it 60%? Like, how much of our money do we actually get to keep at the end? They're double taxing us on things. Like, how many, I thought you can't double tax someone. I tax you on your income, but then I'm going to also tax you for your home. I'm going to tax you for your car. I'm going to tax you for your food. I'm going to tax you for your phone. I'm going to tax you. What are we really paying? How much are we really keeping? And I want to know because Mark knows. Yeah, Mark said think about why Nevada legalized prostitution. Same thing. They could tax it. They can make some income for the state. Mark, is there a way to gauge that or even ballpark what you would say our true percentage that we pay for living is? If it was a 20%, say Trump said, hey, across the board, everybody's going to be 20. I'm going to have everybody 20%. You're paying, that's it, only 20. Okay, I got that, Donald, but then we got 2% for this, 3% for that, 4% for this. What's my number? If I made 100%, how much of that am I really keeping at the end of the day? The mortgage guidelines, well, the way it works to get a mortgage, you're taxed on 90%, yet the informed isn't taxed on anything really. Wow. Mark says 90%. Would be pretty crazy. Imagine that if you made $100,000 and basically like 90 of it gets taken away. It's basically like, I did the math once and I came up with like a 55%, close to 60% that they take from us. Like I was doing, this is when Obama was in and the tax rates were much higher. But I did that 34%, whatever it was, 27, whatever that number was. And then I added in my tax for gas. I added in this, added that. And all of a sudden I was like, geez, I'm north of 50% here. And then you've got to pay your mortgage. You got to pay all of your bills and somehow still have enough to buy food for your family and to save money for college. This is why we need some information from people like Mark, because they're going to tell us how to save. So they're going to tell us how to save. Bill Dack said, if you live in New Jersey, you pay about $10K a year just on real estate tax. Well, Dag, I'm here in Connecticut. I pay $14,000 a year in real estate tax. 14. Guess what? I only get to write off 10 of that. That sucks. So, yeah, it's unfortunately, that's the problem with what we're dealing with here, you know. And when that was the one thing I did not like about the new restrictions, the way they wrote up the new tax laws is I can't write off my full tax burden on my house. Isn't that insane? $14,000 for a year for taxes just on the house? Oh, okay. I see. It's the 90% is the tax percentage, not the 90K, is not the total. But yeah, this is a crazy thing. I'll tell you what, there's a house in Fairfield. Dag, you'll laugh at this. There's a house in Fairfield in Connecticut. It's on the water, right? It's on the Long Island Sound. It's a 20-acre property. This is insane, 20 acres. I think they were asking something stupid, like $62 million for this property, right? It never sold. The taxes on the property are $630,000 a year. $630,000 a year. Can you freaking believe that? Obama's stimulus checks were not his idea, just a rehash of a program that already existed. Obama sent out stimulus checks? I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. I'm sending out some stimulus checks. Look in your mailbox. Yeah, I don't know about Obama. I got to tell you, I was disappointed in him. I had so much hope for the future, especially when the big phrase was change. Yeah, where was it? Same old, same old. Same old, same old. What a smooth cat that was. Just another Bill Clinton without doing the scumbag stuff. You know? Oh, God. All right, yeah, now we're officially at 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's catch up again tomorrow. Remember, I'll be on around 10:30. Subscribe, ding the bell, tell some friends. Let's keep connecting tomorrow. Dag, I appreciate you. Denise, I appreciate you. Mark, I appreciate you. Anybody else that's on right now? Oh, wait, hold on. Mark has one more note for us. He said 95% of homeowners don't get any tax deductions on the amount paid in property taxes and mortgage interests. Now, even though they put it on their tax return. Really? Whew. Well, till tomorrow, my friends, we're going to get into that some more. And Mark, we have to discuss doing a Zoom call, my friend. I want to get you on the show, and I want to see if we can get some questions coming in from people. Dag was in the finance market, so maybe he can get involved. We can do I want to do like a crazy Zoom call. Like, what the hell? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And again, the support is awesome. You rock. Let's do it again tomorrow. I'll be here. Just subscribe and ding that bell. Woo! That's right. Another day tomorrow. Let's do it, Mark. I want to bring you on. I want to have the dueling Mark Pyers. I tell you, it's literally Mark Pyers, guys. He's Carrot Bars with a K. Check him out. I love him. And I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Have a great night. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.